What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kramer, and I am a real estate investor and Airbnb host. And in this video, I'm going to be answering your most commonly asked questions about midterm rentals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Question number one, what is a midterm rental? So you're probably familiar with the term short-term rental, which is pretty much any stay less than 14 nights where people are going for a weekend or a week at a time to a furnished property. Now, on the flip side, a midterm rental is still referring to furnished properties. The only difference is they're staying for much longer, typically between 1 month and 6 months at a time. Now, this leads me to question number two, which is, who do midterm rentals cater to? Who's looking for a place for 1 to 6 months at a time? And the answer is there's a lot of different types of people, such as traveling nurses, insurance companies, travel construction crews, just to name a few. Question number three, what are the best sites to actually attract these types of guests? So I use a lot of different sites to actually get these types of guests into my properties. The first and best website, in my opinion, is still Airbnb. It's still a place where a lot of people continue to go time after time. After Airbnb, there's another site called Furnish Finder, which is super popular for traveling nurses and also insurance companies. Another overlooked site is VRBO. We just got 2 inquiries these past couple days on VRBO for midterm stays. So don't overlook VRBO. It's not the best platform for midterm rental, but you will still get inquiries this way. And besides these 3, there's a few other housing agencies that I like to deal with, such as Ale Solutions and United Corporate Housing. Question number 4, what is the best area for a midterm rental? So my midterm rentals are primarily in the Midwest because that's where I personally like to invest. But the beauty of midterm rentals is that they work literally anywhere. The reason being is because, for example, insurance claims where people's houses have fires, water damage, floods, and they need a place to stay. Unfortunately, that happens literally everywhere across the country, which means those people need a place close to home. So this strategy could, in theory and in practicality, work everywhere. I just focus on the Midwest. What is the biggest downside to a midterm rental? The biggest downside to midterm rentals is that a lot of times the people who are looking to stay at these types of properties are looking for more last-minute accommodations. Now, the reason why this is a downside is because what that means for you as the host is your calendar might be completely empty in the foreseeable future. You might have no bookings on the calendar, and then all of a sudden, you get a 3-month, a 6-month booking for a super high premium price. So the upside is fully there, but the downside is you have to be okay with knowing that, hey, I might not have a full calendar like I would maybe on a short-term rental for the foreseeable future. I might be running lean until boom, I get that booking and now I'm good for the next 3 or 6 months. What is the ideal property for a midterm rental? So for my midterm rentals, I have properties that are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 bed, 1 bathroom, and 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. What I'll tell you is the bigger the property, the more flexibility for the type of guests that you can actually host is. So for example, construction crews, from my experience, they're looking for larger properties. Travel nurses are looking for smaller properties. So it really does depend on what clientele you're actually chasing. Now, what I will tell you is if I had to give one golden rule, I would say bigger is better and the more bathrooms, the better. But it all again comes down to who is your ideal clientele and your ideal avatar. If you just say, oh, I'm going to focus on travel nurses, insurance companies, construction crews, you're not going to actually be catering to anybody because they prefer different style houses and different layouts. So you have to pick which group you want to go after and then find the property that fits that avatar. How much money do midterm rental guests pay? So on average, from my experience, midterm rental guests will pay anywhere between 2 and 5 times long-term rental rates. And I know that's a big spread, but what I'll tell you about that is travel nurses, from my experience, will pay closer to 2 or 3 times long-term rental rates, whereas construction companies and insurance companies can pay up to 4 and 5 times long-term rental rates. So there we have it. Those are some of the most commonly asked questions I get about midterm rentals. If you guys have any other questions that I didn't cover, feel free to drop them down below and I will get them answered for you guys. I hope you guys got value out of this video and I will see you in the next one. Peace.